Welcome back. Now, if you choose to sell your subscription or your membership through the buy button from a shopping cart, you will set up your subscription product at the product level within that shopping cart. We are here inside of thrivecart.com as a shopping cart system. And basically, we can create a new product or take one of our existing products and turn it into a subscription product. So in this case, we're going to go to this particular product. We're going to edit the product. And we're going to go to the pricing area. When we go to that pricing area, we're going to add in a pricing option. When we add in that pricing option, we're going to make sure that this is not going to be a one-time fee, but instead, we're either going to do a subscription product or we can do a split pay product. For example, if we were to use a subscription product, we can state that the billing frequency is going to be monthly, and we're going to give this a specific price. As was the case with the affiliate network, we can have a trial period. So for example, we can state that our trial period in this case is going to be 30 days. And if we do the trial period, we can set a specific price for the purchase. And what you'll see is that the customer is going to be charged one amount immediately and the monthly amount every month thereafter. We can also determine how long this is going to happen. We can then customize this, and we can state that this period is going to happen over the course of a specific period of time. We can then save our pricing option. And you're going to see that when the customer comes to the checkout page, they're going to see that they're going to be able to pay a specific amount that we set up on the trial period, then a specific amount after that point. So we're using the shopping cart as our sales system and as our buy button so the individual can then make their subscription payment. Okay, so with that, thanks, and I will see you in another video. Welcome back. Now, if you use a shopping cart system as your sales system, you are going to need to have integration between that sales system and your membership area. We are now looking at thrivecart.com, and we have choices within this individual shopping cart system. Now, within ThriveCart, the individual can have their member area inside of what's called ThriveCart Learn. And again, that is a ThriveCart-based member area with its own membership pages. However, you can choose another membership platform if you already have one or if you don't want to use ThriveCart Learn. And in this case, you're looking within ThriveCart and you'll see that there are two options. You'll see an option for Teachable and you'll see an option for Wishlist Member. The reason those two options are available is that they have been integrated with this individual account inside of ThriveCart. ThriveCart, as a shopping cart system, has specific integrations available that you can connect to your account. Now, if you self-select for membership platforms within ThriveCart, you'll notice that there are specific platforms that ThriveCart integrates with. These are the platforms that you will use in order to connect to your individual products. And again, you'll notice here Wishlist Member. You'll also notice Teachable that are available with this individual platform. Now, every shopping cart will not have these individual integrations. In some cases, a shopping cart system may have more integrations, or a shopping cart system may have fewer integrations. What's important is that you find out which shopping cart to work with so that it integrates with your membership platform, or you can use a custom integration like Zapier. And that means then that each individual platform, you will authorize an integration with ThriveCart and that platform so that you can use it inside of your product purchase. Once an integration is available, you can then select it to deliver access to your membership. And so again, when the individual makes payment, they will be given access to this specific platform. When they stop making payment, their access will be revoked to this specific platform where your subscription product or membership is being held. Okay, so with that, thanks, and I will see you in another video. Welcome back. Wherever you are creating your sales system for your membership, you want to make sure that you're going to be collecting the name and email address of the individuals that are making the purchase. In most cases, you will be able to keep contact with that individual through that specific email address. In other cases, you may need to have a process to capture their contact email also. But focusing specifically on the purchase email, you want to go to your sales system And you'll want to make sure that you have an integration for your specific autoresponder. You're now looking again at ThriveCart, and you'll notice then that there are specific autoresponders that ThriveCart connects to so that when an individual makes a purchase, you can then have that individual added to a specific autoresponder. In ThriveCart, each specific product has a specific rule that you can add, and when you add that rule, if you have an autoresponder integrated, you can have an individual added to a specific list. And so, for example, if we have MailChimp connected to our account and we have a specific product, we can then choose a specific list to have an individual added inside of their membership purchase. If you are going to create the purchase inside of an affiliate network, in most cases you can establish a connection with autoresponders that you have integrated with the affiliate network. Every affiliate network has specific autoresponders that it integrates with. You're now looking at Warrior Plus, and that is the case. And so if you have created a specific integration, all you'll need to do then is within the individual product to connect to that autoresponder service. And so every purchase, that individual's email address will then be added to a specific list that you have designated. Now within specific course platforms, you're going to have a limited number of integrations available, specifically when it comes to autoresponders. You'll notice here that MailChimp is an available integration with Teachable. However, if you wanted to use a different autoresponder other than MailChimp or ConvertKit, both of which are direct integrations, what you'll need to do is to create a custom integration using third-party cloud-based connector Zapier. Zapier will give you access at every purchase to other email autoresponders. Okay, so with that, thanks, and I will see you in another video. Welcome back. We're now inside of a Teachable individual member area. And we're here because what we want to do is to make sure that we capture the individual's contact email information. In some cases, that's going to be a different email from their purchased email. What that means is we're going to need to choose an area inside of our course where we know the individual is going to land, and we're going to place HTML code in that area. Now, Teachable has an element where we can add in custom code, and we're going to add in that custom code from our autoresponder, which is going to be an opt-in form. And so you're going to add the embed code from your autoresponder. In this case, we're looking at the autoresponder MailChimp. We're going to place that code inside of the custom code area, and we're going to click Add Custom Code. We're then going to publish this page inside of our course platform. And what the customer will see inside of the course area is a place where they can add in their name and email address. Now, from a strategy perspective, obviously you're going to need to give them an incentive in order for them to want to subscribe to your email marketing list with your contact email. But assuming that you're going to do that, you're going to place that code inside of your course area. We can do the same thing inside of ThriveCart Learn. We can create a specific module. We can then use an HTML block. And once we have the HTML block, we can add in the custom code. Once we add in the custom code, our code is then available. And you'll see here that the form is inside of the course area. So basically, you're going to place inside of your course area a place where, once you have given the individual an incentive, you hope to be able to then collect the contact email address in addition to the purchase email address, if indeed it's going to be different. Now, when you create your form, you're going to make sure that you send the individual to the same list that you have for the purchase email address, so that if an individual uses the email address for both purposes, they won't be added to your email marketing list twice. Okay, so with that, thanks, and I will see you in another video. Welcome back. Whether you choose to use a course platform or shopping cart or WordPress, you can create a membership with multiple products that you already have on your platform by using your platform tools to create a bundle. For example, we're going to look at the course platform Teachable. And for Teachable, what we would do is to go into this area to create a bundle. We would then create a new bundle. We then click Next. And what we can do is we can add in multiple products to create one large product. So we can select the courses. You can then click Next. And what you're then going to do inside of your course platform is you're going to choose the kind of payment that you're going to use in order for individuals to get access to your membership. You'll notice that the process is available inside of ThriveCart Learn, and it will require an upgraded version of the ThriveCart system. You can undertake the same process inside of a WordPress plugin like Wishlist Member. So for example, if we were to go into the setup area, and you'll notice here that we have multiple products set up inside of our Wishlist Member installation. What we would do is to go to our Actions area. We would then add in an action. And basically, what would happen is that when an individual would be added to a level, which is the Wishlist Member term for an individual being added to a specific product that they purchase, we can then add that individual to another product simultaneously. So what we can do is we can then add an individual to other levels or add in other specific products. And so we can then add in other products that an individual would then have access to as a result of continuing their purchase with a specific product that we have set up. When we add in the action, what you'll notice now is that when an individual is added to this specific product inside of Wishlist Member, they will simultaneously be added to other products that we have set up. The benefit of this is that when an individual decides that they have completed your membership and they stop making your membership payment, you won't have to go and lock them out of individual products. All the products are tied to the one that is their purchase product. And so the bundle process is one that you're going to want to make sure you understand before you purchase a membership platform as to whether or not you're going to be able to bundle individual products that you've already set up on your system. Okay, so with that, thanks, and I will see you in another video.